For years, Komi Can't Communicate fans have been shouting from the rooftops about how good their manga is, how it's better than everyone else's, how Komi is the best girl, and you should definitely read it. Which kind of sounds like a certain other fan base that I know. But when I saw it was airing last season, I didn't hear a peep about it. So I just figured it was another slice of life flop. But man, was I wrong. Komi Can't Communicate is one of the few anime to actually make me laugh out loud. It has some insane animation. Like, look at this. Now, as an avid slice of life enjoyer, I take offense when people say a show needs good animation. Like, I don't need good animation for my show about a girl making a mug. But when a slice of life does come along with insane animation, it usually gets so much hype and just feedback from the community. Like, look at Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid or Kaguya-sama. But for some reason, Komi Can't Communicate did not get nearly as much hype. Now, before y'all come at me and say, well, Komi isn't technically a slice of life and neither is Kaguya-sama, they're both based in a school. It's pretty much a slice of life. And while we're here, make sure to subscribe because y'all are lacking. Now, something that isn't lacking in Komi Can't Communicate is laughs, because this show has some of the best comedic moments that I've seen in a long time. And the thing about the comedic moments is that it all circles around the same similar gag. However, this gag never gets old even after 24 episodes. Now, in order for me to explain the gag, I need to give you guys a little background on the story. The story circles around this girl named Komi, who she has a communication disorder and she really struggles to talk to people. But she eventually runs into this super chill dude named Tadano. And in a very touching scene, he realizes that she has a communication problem, but she wants to get friends and her main goal is to get 100 friends. Now, this is where the comedic gag starts coming in, because Komi is the school's idol and all the side characters are trying to fight to get her attention. Because even though she can't communicate with them, they think she's just above everyone else and she doesn't want to talk to them. Which this leads to just hilarious miscommunications and interactions with all the characters. But this show kind of follows a shonen-like format where there's a new side character introduced every week. And some of these side characters just have insane personalities. And when I say insane, some of them are literally insane. And now most of the time they're pretty unique and funny. However, I do feel like some of these characters lack depth and are mostly one-note characters. But this show doesn't try to be anything that is. It doesn't try to be deep. And most of the main characters, Tadano and Komi, have good development through their just interactions and the subtle romance between the two that ends up building up over the show's length. And I can tell it's going somewhere with there. But this show is not a romance show. It is first and foremost a comedy show. And like I said earlier, this show actually makes me laugh out loud, and most comedy shows do not do that. However, some of these side characters are the most annoying archetypes of characters you'll ever meet, especially this pervy girl named Yama, because she is one of my biggest gripes with this show, and she's honestly in probably 75% of the episodes. Because pervy characters only appeal to 12-year-old boys or weird adults who are into that kind of stuff. Now, I will fully admit, there are some scenes that is actually funny when she's in there because Tadano just looks at her and is like, what the f*** are you doing? Like, this is so weird. And I feel like this show does this archetype better than a lot of other shows, but this archetype just in general feels so archaic and needs to go from every single anime because it's not cool, it's not really that funny. But even with this annoying character in most of the episodes, I still had a great time watching it, and it was just so funny and hilarious. Because the main focus of the comedy is the comedic timing, and it's not a gag anime. So most of the comedic parts are around the wacky characters that do crazy things, and the only two normal people, Tadano and Komi, just look at them and are watching and reacting, and they just have similar reactions that the audience would have. And if I had to compare this to a similar Western show, I would say it's close to The Office, where there's these wacky, insane personalities mixed with a few normal people that just look at these insane people and think, really? You're really doing that? But one of the reasons Komi excels at this comedic timing is because of how high quality the production of this anime is. If you just had these jokes where there's expressionless characters, there's no detail to it, the comedic timing would not hit nearly as well. This show really excels in quality and in production, along with adapting a good source material. It's definitely a must watch, and I wish I'd just gotten more attention, because a second season of this would be insane, because apparently there's a little more romance to it, and I'm a romance guy, so hopefully there's a second season. And you guys should definitely check this out if you enjoy comedy anime. I hope y'all enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. If it sounds echoey and a little weird, I'm in a hotel room. And so subscribe button's right here, a video you might like's right here. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace out.